All right. Good morning. Hey guys. Today we're going to be covering more information on 1.1 as it approaches on November 11th. They posted this, I think, 3.5 hours ago, and I'm just waking up, so I apologize if I sound anything out of the ordinary. But I wanted to quickly cover this information for you guys. Most of it is repeat information from the live stream that they did, and some stuff is actually new. So this is exciting. So let's get right into it. Starting with the details. So for the city reputation reward, there will be 2 NPCs. It says the unlock criteria is AR25, and then you can start unlocking it. There's different categories for it: bounties, requests, world exploration, and Mondstadt quests. Some of them are repeatable, some of them are one-time only. So the world exploration and region quests, which is the Mondstadt quest, I think the world quests, are one-time clears only. However, the bounties and the requests, where there's 3 of them each, are weekly. You can do them, 3 of them, every single week. The requests, I think, are from like random NPCs in that corresponding region. And the bounties are just like kill missions to go around, like, hey, kill an Abyss Mage, boom, done. You know what I mean? And then there are some reputation rewards tied to this as well. Like the glider when you reach max reputation at level 8. A name card at 7 with recipes and blueprints and stuff like that. Let's see. We have reaching reputation level 2 in Mondstadt will obtain the Anemoculus Residence stone crafting blueprint. And level 2 in Liyue will give you the Geoculus Resonance stone. Now these stones are ways to help you find your leftover Anemoculi or Geoculi if you have any remaining. A blue circle will appear like so, and I guess it's just somewhere in the vicinity. I thought it was going to be like smack dab in the middle, but I assume it'll be just somewhere in the vicinity of this blue circle is where your last, or where the one Anemoculus is that you're trying to find. It does have a cooldown of 300 seconds after using it, and they can only be used in their corresponding region. Let's see. So Windcatcher. How to obtain? Reach reputation level 3. Windcatcher is basically like Venti's E ability. You can get an updraft and just glide. Good for navigating, traveling, exploring around the world. And it has a cooldown of, 100 seconds, it seems, from looking at the screenshot right here. And now this is new. Condensed Resin. They didn't talk about this in the live stream. You have to reach reputation level 3 in Liyue to obtain the Condensed Resin blueprint. The crafting materials is 1 crystal core, 40 of your original resin, and I know what you're thinking, hold on, and then 100 mora. You get 1 condensed resin. Now what this condensed resin does is if you're trying to do ley lines, like 2 mora ley lines at 50,000 mora each, you have to do them twice separately for 100,000. Condensed resin, you get to claim the prize twice, 2 of them, two sets of prizes at the same time for that condensed resin. So it's technically the same as using your 40 original resin. It's just a lot faster. Now there is a pro and con to that, because sometimes, hey, maybe you want the boss loot, right? The mob loot. Sometimes about doing these ley lines is all about the mob loot, you know what I mean? It's easy to get the treasure hoarders, or the hilly churls, or Sison Mage, whatever you want to name it, Ruin Guard. That's like half the good part about it. So I can see this condensed resin actually being good in probably domains over than ley lines. Like artifact domains, weapon domains, you name it, talent domains. Now, unfortunately, when I heard about this, I got excited. I was like, ooh, that's nice. I can save up a bunch of condensed resin, especially if you haven't been saving your fragile resin for like events and upcoming events. But apparently you can only have a maximum of 3 condensed resin at one time. Just 3. That's a little unfortunate. I was really hoping I could save up like a lot, you know, and just prep for an event coming up. But 3 condensed resin, I mean, I'm definitely going to get my 3, but I'll have to try and see what I want to do to make use of it, you know? So condensed resin is definitely good for people who don't have much time to play during the day. They can just easily hop on, convert their original resin to condensed resin, or if they want to just save some of their condensed resin for an event, I suppose, you know? Because normally events give more XP and more gold than the ley line. So, yeah, there is a purpose for that. I know some of you guys might be like, well, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to use condensed resin? There is a purpose for condensed resin. Now we have NRE. Obtaining at reputation level 5. Whenever NRE menu 30 is equipped, you will be able to quickly consume food without opening your inventory. So this is technically like a hotbar for using your... Yeah, you set 2 different types of food. One to revive and one to restore health. So if any of your party members die in combat, you have a hotbar right down in the bottom right. You can quickly use it just to revive your teammate, but if they don't need to be revived, you can use your food item that you placed in here. And it seems like, wow, you can store up to 10. You can store up to 100 mushrooms and 10 eggs. I'm pretty sure it's more, and that's just all they had in here in their backpack. That's pretty good, though. I'll take it. Some of these quality of life changes that I end up adding for my feedback in the surveys and stuff are getting implemented, which is good to see. And that's at what? Reputation 5? Okay. And now we have Adepti Seeker's Stove. This is what they covered as well. They already covered it. Reputation 5. It's just a portable stove, so you don't really need to use, say for instance, amber and light a campfire nearby to start cooking. You have this. It goes into cooldown for 300 seconds. And then after the cooldown period is over, the stove will disappear. So yeah, a cooking stove, portable. We also have a portable waypoint, reputation level 6. It lasts for 7 days, and you can teleport to any given location that you place it down. So, for example, that far away, that unnamed island east of Mondstadt, you can go there if you want. And I think that's it. It'll enter a cooldown after 60 seconds, for 60 seconds upon using it. And then creating a new one will automatically destroy the last one. Self-explanatory. All right. And now we have Animo Treasure Compass and Geo Treasure Compass. Reputation level 6 in the respective regions. To unlock them, it'll just tell you if there's a nearby chest. That's basically it, which is good because I'm running out of chests and I need to find out if there are like any remaining. You know, I think I'm missing like 50 or so chests left. It does do note that if there are no chests in the vicinity, it'll enter a cooldown for 5 seconds after using it, which is pretty good, only 5 seconds. But if there is a chest found, it'll enter a cooldown of 30 seconds after use. I'm definitely going to be using this once 1.1 comes to find my remaining chests. And then the Animo and Geo Treasure Compass can only be used in their respective region. Fair enough. Also, I forgot to throw in really quickly. I completely forgot. Apologies, I just woke up. But the reputation reward that I was talking about for the reputation NPCs, here they are on the map located in Leeway, right above the blacksmith right here north, and looks like that is next to Dawn Winery. A little bit west of Dawn Winery right there. So these are the 2 NPCs. We have Mining Outcrop Search. Unlock criteria. Reach at reputation level 2. I believe they talk about a new ore. After reaching adventure rank 30, you will also be able to mine magical crystal chunks. Now, magical crystal chunks, this was in closed beta test 3, and they ended up removing it, but I guess they're coming back now with 1.1. And a lot of people were kind of like on and off about this. They didn't really know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. But just to explain what this mining thing is, magical crystal chunks will appear right next to standard crystal chunks, and I think they removed spawn locations of crystal chunks. So if there was a location where crystal chunks would spawn, like maybe 10 of them or something, maybe only like 5 would spawn, and then 5 magical crystal chunks would spawn. But what you would do is you would convert the magical crystal chunks plus, I think, 20 of your original resin to get enhancement ores, and these enhancement ores increased as your world level increased, or at least that's how it was in the beta. So if you were world level like 3 or something, you could only get like maybe 6 of these enhancement ores, compared to if you were world level 5, you would get 10 of them, and it would consume, I think, the same amount of magical crystal ore and original resin. So it was better to save until a higher world level before crafting it. I don't know if that'll be the same. Again, that was in closed beta test 3. And I also don't know if this is worth it, because you're using your resin to get magical crystal, enhancement ores. This is for the whales, I want to say, alright? This is probably for the whales to get easy and quick, fast weapon enhancement materials. As a free-to-play player, you can easily get this by just doing the normal thing that you would normally do and just craft or get the crystal chunks and craft and turn those into enhancement ores. What is it, like 30? You can do 30 a day. But yeah, I think this is more so for the whales because this is consuming your resin, and there's far better things to use your resin on, you know? Let's see. Reputation level 4, yada yada yada, yep. And then we have name cards. Name cards, new name cards right here. Reputation recipes, all throughout different levels. Okay, recipes, fair enough. These are the gliders shown off. Mondstadt one on the top, and the Leeway one at the bottom. Pretty cool. More customization. Here's the exploration progress for the reputation. I'm assuming, right? Exploration progress, open chests, find anemoculus, unlock waypoints, and complete other exploration activities to increase your exploration progress. Oh, okay. So I guess it will. Does that let me know if, like, hey, exploration progress is 99%? Does that mean like there's a missing chest up there or something like that? I wonder if that's what it means. Very interesting. Might be easier to pinpoint where my missing chests are. And now this. I think this is the last thing. This is new, and this is something I've been like telling them that they should need to add since like closed beta test 2, and I'm finally glad it's here. It is the archive system. It's divided into 5 categories: tutorials, geography, equipment, materials, and books. Basically what this is just like an encyclopedia. It just lets you know everything that you've collected. You have everything, like for example, like these are all the weapons I guess you've come in contact with. These are all the materials that you've come in contact with, and it'll let you know more information about them, you know? So for example, like the tutorials right here, whenever you get those pop-ups and it says press G to learn about the ability, you'll look over it and then it goes away, and there's no way to actually come back to that. You're like, wait a minute, what do those cryo slimes do again? I'm confused. Now you can actually go back and check and take a look at what they do. That's nice. There's also the books here. I assume it tells you if which ones you've collected and which ones you haven't. All that good stuff. Waypoints, viewpoints, and then the character one. So apparently, I guess the characters only show for the ones that you have, and it'll tell you when you've gotten them. So September 28th is what it's showing down here. So I assume my archive, since I don't have any characters, it's just going to show like 7 people, and that's it. I kind of wish it showed every single one. I think it actually does, right? Klee, right here in the thing, Klee and Kaching are not actually, they're like, they're not highlighted. I'm wondering if it actually does show all the characters. I think it does. Yeah, I think it does, which would be nice. And if I can actually inquire more information on them, just like their profile, their talents, constellations, and stuff like that, that'd be neat, you know, without having to acquire them. But that's basically it. Somehow I said this video would be quick, but man, I'm looking at the time and it's been like 13 minutes. Yikes. Yikes. I'll put all this information down in the description. I'll link this website if you guys are interested. But I do hope this was informative and helpful. Any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will hope to catch you guys next time.